Hello my friends and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. In our last video, we did pick up our new companion Nyoka and headed back out into the wilds of Monarch to continue questing. But since I've last recorded a video, they have come out and announced the second and I'm pretty sure final DLC for the Outer Worlds, the Murder Mystery DLC. Very excited to play it eventually. I hope it doesn't break my game. I'm recording this on a Monday before it comes out, so the day before it comes out, and it did download before I could start up the game. So we'll see what happens, but cross fingers, nothing gets broke. I'm sure it'll be fine, and I'm sure there's a level suggestion for it, so we'll get there eventually, but I'm super excited. I knew there was going to be at least two of them. Oh gosh, this is not going well.
Nothing like a good tussle.
Oh, it's actually going just fine. That's right. You guys carry me through everything. But I was hoping that the second DLC would come out during my Let's Play, and I actually lucked out in that. So yes, Murder Mystery is gonna happen eventually. I'm not sure when, but anyway, let's just focus on the here and now. We're on Monarch and we're questing, and we're making our way down here to a family matter. I think this is the one where the kid's mom sent us after him. Tucker Needham ran away from his mom to join the Iconoclasts, which I'm not sure. Like, so it keeps getting brought up on who they are, and it seems to be like a separate sect of the people who stayed behind from MSI. Like when like the upper echelon heads up pulled out. And I bet you it's run by that other guy, Graham, I think. Graham something. I'm awful with names, so the fact that I remembered it was Graham something is a miracle on its own. But I am going the right way, right? I am. But I feel like he must run that, because that would make the most sense. Okay, never mind triangles. Oh, I should be looking for boxes to loot. I probably passed a whole bunch because I was too busy talking about a DLC that isn't even out yet. Technically, it will come out tomorrow. So when this video is on YouTube, it's already out. So there's our space in the time-space continuum. You know, that sounded way funnier in my head. As we're getting ready to go do the space-time continuum. Okay, scrap mechanical. Do I still have? I do still have. Let's save. This guy's always hurt. Oh, holy crap. Nope, I want this gun.
I am a storm.
No, I'll finish that guy off.
Doing all right?
Yep, I think so. I really want to upgrade this gun because I would like to have it silenced, so hopefully the kickback calms down a little bit, and then also a scope that scopes. So I wonder with Nyoka, is she like chucking down a bottle of alcohol? Because at first I thought it was her chucking down, like she just reloaded and she's chucking down her, I know I keep saying chucking down a lot, throwing down her like empty ammo container, cartridge, whatever it's called. But I have a feeling it's alcohol. Let's be honest. Am I missing? Nope, I'm still not. I'm getting closer though. The Iconoclasts. I wonder if this is their symbol. Looks very Gaelically inspired or something like that. Gaelically. That didn't really... Anyway. Amber Heights. This is where the Marauders came and broke in and killed everyone, right? And this is where he ran away to? Is this where they're now hanging out? Family matter, yeah. Okay, well, let's save and go inside. I feel like this might be a bad decision, but I just need to make those. Oh. Hi, Rose.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the Iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please take a pamphlet. In it, you'll find everything you need to know about Graham, his philosophist truths, and the Iconoclast way. He wrote it himself, you know. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting we're out of pamphlets. Gosh, blast it.
But I want a pamphlet. I'm sure the Vicar and Graham are going to get along great. So, who are the Iconoclasts?
Why, we're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems.
No problems? What about raptidons or marauders?
Oh, those are just hurdles. We deal with them as they come. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep.
You know, I may or may not have been watching way too many documentaries in the last year, and some of those have had to do with cults. And they're just obstacles. They're not problems. Sounds very cult-like to me. I'm just putting it out there. I'm probably wrong, but I'm just putting it out there. See, like one big happy family, huh? There's no such. I mean, people are happy anyway. We're off on a whole tangent.
That's a nice way to think about it. Graham would be our father.
See?
I suppose Zora might make a good mother if the two of them could stop arguing. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them.
I'm just saying. Cult sounding. Just put it out there. Again, it's probably me just watching way too many documentaries. But anyway, tell me about Graham.
Why, he's our founder. Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth. I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying.
Well, tell me about Zora.
She's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you.
Okay, I guess that's all right. So why are you here and not in Stellar Bay?
Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. Shoot, I wish I had a pamphlet to give you. It's all in there.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a spiritual metaphor, something about rising from the ashes.
Just saying, right? So where can I find this Graham?
Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door.
And I've got it. Hey, before I go, I'm looking for a Tucker. Have you seen him?
The new boy! Yes, he's quite clever. He took to our teachings very quickly. Last I saw him, he was headed into one of the buildings up the hill.
Just saying. Just saying. We took to our teachings very well.
Good luck in all that you do.
Okay.
What's up?
Oh, can I ask you something?
What's with the pleasantries? You want to know something, just ask.
Just try and be nice. So what made you choose the hunter life?
I didn't. I was born into security detail, and when the corporations abandoned this place, I stayed.
Oh, why'd you stay? And born into? I imagine it's because her parents were in the security detail, but let's find out.
I mean, I wasn't sent off to school like I should have been. I was born here, and my parents kept me. Raised under the monarch sky. Been breathing sulfur since I knew how to smell it. This place is all I know.
Has Monarch always been your home? She just said that. So you were around when the corporations left, right?
Yeah, at first we all thought it was about damn time. I don't know if you've noticed, but Monarch ain't exactly easy on the spirit. Then it got uglier than a rat eating a sour grape.
I hear that a lot, but what happened exactly?
Everything that could have gone wrong did. Townships were promised evac shuttles that never came. Overland routes were attacked by marauders and wildlife. Supplies went missing, our equipment started corroding on account of the sulfur in the air. It was a fine mess.
Yeah. Would it have been better if they stayed? I don't know.
I don't know. But at least we'd have money to back us up. Supply shipments. Food that we don't have to hunt down. Look at MSI. They're getting along fine. I have to think the Corps could have made it work if they'd reprioritized.
Yeah, but that would affect their bottom line and anyway. So you think Halcyon just needs a change of leadership then?
I'm not sure we need anything, Cap. We've had our growing pains, to be sure, but here we are. Still alive, still fighting. Long as nobody goes around trying to dismantle the whole thing, I think we'll be fine.
Oh.
Progress requires structure. Nobody's gonna build a sewer pipe or a road if they don't got a boss telling them to. The bureaucracy's necessary.
She does make a very good point. So, okay, anyway, never thought about it that way. Thanks for your perspective, or the perspective. Eventually someone will take it upon themselves to provide for the community. Nah, not everybody's like that. Not everybody wants to dig a hole in the ground so people can go poo in it. So people were perfectly comfortable shitting in holes before we had sewers. Oh, that's an odd metaphor. But let's go with the first one.
Anytime, Cap.
Okay, I thought she might have said something about... Oh, there you are.
I find myself marveling at the complex simplicity of something.
No, never mind. I would have hoped you guys would have had to say something about this place. Let's see. We have the quartermaster, and that's where I need to go. So let's go there last, I suppose. An agitator.
Carry on.
I ought to mention, the Iconoclasts are loyal folk. Treat them right, they'll do the same. Turn on them, they'll open fire without a second thought.
Damned philosophists.
I knew it was coming. A revolutionary.
Get a whiff of that sweet sulfur air.
As you say, through a gas mask of sorts. Where is the...
What kind of idiot keeps a collection of empty shells? Huh?
I don't think I'm gonna get to take any of this stuff without them getting really, really angry at me. But let's look anyway. Ooh. I don't think we need that gun necessarily. Where was the... Why am I... Oh, it's right here. Duh. Okay, workbench, because I want to upgrade my weapon. I so need a vendor. Desperately. And there is one over here. We'll have to go there in a minute. But weapon all modified. Have a scope finally. That'll be useful. But let's continue chatting with
Hope
these...
Zora sends me on next.
I'm sure very lovely people. I'm probably being overly judgmental. I'm just saying. There's a wrapped inside. Like there's multiple. Like how do they get here? See, I have one of those masks in my bag. I don't like the... No one says anything about the moon mask. I'm just saying. Agitator, rioter.
It ain't right. How many good folk we gonna lose to our missions?
That's just the way of it. We gotta earn our keep out here.
That don't mean we ought to be following her into the jaws of a manticore.
You'd rather sit on your thumbs and starve?
No. All I'm saying is she gotta be more careful throwing away lives like that.
Uh-oh. Dissension in the ranks. It's not good.
Oh, fuck's sake. I'm gonna lose my lunch.
Ugh, I'm not looting those then. I like the makeshift tents. Those are kind of cool. That they took time to poke holes in and stitch for their symbol. There's the word. Well, who's in here? Ooh, there's something to read. Can you guys shut the door behind you, please? I mean, seriously, I'm trying to rob the place. It looks like the infirmary of sorts, perhaps. Current patients, Ezekiel manti infested, Tried antibioticals, no effect. Alcohol poisoning, no effect. Acid drip, no effect. Current status, no longer with us. Ronnie, fractured ankle left. Current status, splinted, reset, recovering. Ivar's multiple bullet wounds, chest, arm, right, leg, right. Current status, no longer bleeding out, but a couple shells still remain. Recovery, unlikely. Millicent, acid burns, face, left hand, and left arm. Current status, ointments, gauze, a lot of booze. Well, I mean, it sounds pretty awful. Agitator. Are these guys dead and that's why they don't have a name, or? Oh, no, they do have a name. I'm just too close to see it. Okay, so that's the infirmary, it looks like. This looks like a bar, potentially. Iconoclast agitator. Hmm? It is the bar. But it's a really... Is there anyone upstairs?
A Manta Queen.
Yeah. We felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Vanoys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... let's talk later. It seems we have company.
Hi. Zora and Graham and your bodyguards?
Hey.
A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one. Welcome to the Iconoclasts.
I'm just saying. Just saying. Okay, I'll stop bringing it up. I'm told you're out of pamphlets. That's a shame. This is Amber Heights. I expected more altars or incense or both. All right, what do you teach then, Graham Bryant?
The truth that I have come to learn and embrace since shedding the corporate yoke. Out here, we survive by the sheer strength of our spirit. We have no need for the endless rules and red tape of a corporate structure.
We do seem to burn through endless ammunition and medical tape, though.
Yes, well, such is life. Our descendants will enjoy safety and luxury, but our generation is the foundation on which that future is built. Now, why have you come?
Oh, I was just in the neighborhood. I'm just looking for ways to help people. I want to know more about your teachings. Tell me about the Iconoclasts.
The Iconoclasts are free folk. We live under our rules, motivated by our own beliefs, all petals on the same flower of enlightenment. Meanwhile, the board strangles the will of its workers. It is the penultimate exercise of a poisoned society where people are enslaved by a corporate ladder. We seek to replace their way of life with ours. Philosophism is the key to unlocking their shackles.
Uh-huh. But it is a little dangerous to let anarchy run rampant. I mean, your partner just said you're running out of medical tape and bullets, and how is your next generation going to even be there if you can't even keep this one safe and survive? I'm just pointing out the obvious. So from what I've seen, I have to agree anarchy would be better. No, I don't agree. Is this why the board has cordoned off Monarch? While the rest of the colony thinks your way is insane. I mean, there has to be a middle ground. But let's go with the third one.
Oh, yes. Gunships hover in our skies, ready for the day they decide to come to our doors waving banners of war. The perception of visionaries is often tainted by the lies of their oppressors. A sad state of affairs, to be sure. All right.
Oh, okay. So I heard the people mention an Amber Heights massacre. What happened? Yeah, I would like some more details on this.
I'm sorry. As long as it's been, I'd still rather not speak of it. That was a painful day for us all.
Okay. What, did you have family here?
All people are part of the Philosophist family. I've come to accept that, along with the additional weight of their deaths.
Did you kill them? Did you have a hand in it? It's tinfoil hat day, apparently. Well, tell me more about your teachings, I suppose.
Awakening is available to all whose minds are ready to accept it. What would you like to know?
I would like to know what you think Bakonu meant when he wrote, "Your work is to discover the truth, and then with all your heart give yourself to it."
Ah, how refreshing to have a scholar among us. Bakonu's text simply refers to our entire purpose, assisting the universe in realizing its own truth. Let it guide us as it will.
It refers to giving oneself over to the plan. It is not some paean to an invisible creator in the sky.
I'm just gonna let them talk, because these are lots of words.
Were there a truth to the grand plan in the first place, I and Bakonu might agree. But what we see as divine purpose is just one facet of the universe figuring itself out. To quote, "As a child looking at the leg of an elephant, unable to view it whole, we mistake the tiny scope of our understanding as the unfathomably large purpose of the universe."
You're not completely full of shit, I'll give you that. Even if you do twist things beyond recognition to suit your own beliefs.
Let's keep letting them chat. Maybe Vicar Max might smooth things over for us.
Were my teachings beyond recognition, I dare say I wouldn't have a small army of followers who understand and believe.
I owe you an apology. I expected you to be a complete idiot. I'd say you're actually more in the 25% idiocy range.
Likewise. Now, I'm sorry. What was it you were asking?
I have no idea at this point. So I hear the word eternal thrown around a lot. What is it?
Ah, the eternal. We are all part of the consciousness of the cosmos. Each of us plays a tiny role in the universe's continual journey toward understanding itself. You and I, and the rats and the mantis swarms. Divinity is in us all, and the eternal is that divinity.
So even the OSI, are their members similarly divine?
Everyone, regardless of ability to believe, is another facet of the universe contemplating its own existence.
Ability to believe? I think you mean inability to tell fantasy from truth, which rules out any knowledgeable scientician.
Let us be clear. Neither of us can lay claim to being knowledgeable on this topic. It is a matter of belief. It is not as if OSI has gone and proven anything. Regardless, what were you saying?
I don't... So what do you mean by awakening?
The point of no return. When your mind fully opens to the eternal truth. Every philosophist experiences it along the path to enlightenment. For many, it is the first brush with the cold of death, when they realize that all of their lives have boiled down into the single truth of that moment. Mine was witnessing my friend and colleague transform into the very evil we sought to combat. Now he runs MSI just like the overlords before him.
Are you talking about Sanjar? I mean, I would not really classify him as anything like an evil overlord, but all right. So Sanjar betrayed you, you turned to religion, and now here we are. Yeah, his workers enjoy much more freedom than those of the board.
Their leashes may be longer, but their collars are just as tight.
Okay. Do you believe in a creator?
Not in the sense of a single entity, fashioning the universe as a whittler fashions a flute. The universe came into being over time, organically, naturally, and without purpose. In that sense, I suppose you could say that, in the interest of finding its purpose, the universe itself created all living things.
The universe doesn't need to find its purpose. It is a mathematically perfect equation that gives mankind purpose.
That we'd consider ourselves in any way capable of understanding the universe, much less an equation that drives it, is nothing but hubris. All right.
Okay. Never mind.
Why have you come?
Just looking for ways to help people. Let's ask questions.
All right.
Okay, I guess that was everything. Well,
Why have you come?
Why have I come? I guess I'm just looking for ways to help people here. Anything need doing? I mean, I don't know if I want to do it, but like, I want to see what happens.
A great many things, in fact.
We could always use a hand rounding up supplies.
Or... Now here's an idea. There's an old printing press I've been trying to get up and running.
To print more pamphlets? Why?
I have always dreamed of subverting the colony's periodicals and turning the board's own propaganda against them. If I could get my message directly in the hands of Byzantium citizens, I'm sure they'd recognize the truth. Will you aid us in our cause?
So, Byzantium is like the Richie Rich planet, from what I understand. Do you think they're gonna just throw it all aside and become one with anarchy? People like their things. Like, that's just how people work. But sure, why not?
Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Forget it. Huxley's still recovering. She won't be up for a run for a while yet.
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead.
I like Zora, and Huxley's the one we met in the last video, right, where we rescued her. But Zora definitely seems more realistic of like, dude, we need to eat first, okay? Before you start printing papers. So yeah, MSI supplies you though?
One of our sympathizers, a woman named Carlotta, periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly, though the goods now come at a considerable markup.
Well, obviously. I mean, they're not stupid. Carlotta, I'm blank. Too many names. So where is the supplier?
She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north.
I was just there. And Huxley, the runner from the northern ruins, I helped her get out of there.
So you're her mysterious savior. She sings your praises.
That girl and her songs, so eager to learn, so bright-eyed, so tone-deaf.
Okay, bye.
Wonderful. While you're at it, I wonder if Carlotta still has those high-capacity cartridges? Grab a few, will you? There should be some funds left over from the last shipment. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable.
Right?
I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine?
Yeah.
Graham, if you need me, I'll be in triage.
Ooh, I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her a lot. She seems much more like, okay, yeah, that's nice that you want to print papers, but maybe we could eat first. Just putting it out there. Bypass shunt. If I thought that was something to read. He's kind of out there, right? Let's quick save. Because I want to read the terminal. Welcome to Graham Bryant's personal conglomeration of notes, theories, and findings regarding philosophism and how it informs our lives. I've organized into 3 categories: the Iconoclasts, the Halcyon Colony, and the Universe. So let's access the files in the Halcyon Colony. The board, this is a lot. The board's lies. The board vastly overestimates their authority and grasp on power. Without the Earth Directorate's military might to back them up, they would not be able to maintain their life-draining grip on the colony's throat. They spread lies and misinformation to confuse and oppress the masses. Perhaps that's one of the reasons they have not allowed any colony ships since the Hope's disappearance. disappearance. They've had 70 years to condition their good little workers to follow their directives unquestioningly. You know what word that is. Their lives become more and more transparent as the years pass and will soon be too obvious for even the most deluded colonists to see. I mean, I agree with some of this. Like, they're definitely like high on the propaganda. So what was that one? The oppression must end. A man from Byzantium told us of an acquaintance who had just been arrested for carrying philosophist texts. Not teaching, not evangelizing, just carrying. They oppress any truth that threatens their corrupt structure. Is this what we want? Do we want to live in a society where we can be sent to Tartarus for our beliefs? No, their workers' minds are poisoned. Their will shackled, their dreams hamstrung. This can stand no longer. We must tear this entire regime down. So the dangers of corporate society. Oh my, he does like to talk. I hope to someday publish a greater work in which I can more expansively lay out what is so clear to me, that our society's obsession with a corporate-run life has stifled and crippled humanity's ability to grow. Alas, for now I can only collect my scattered thoughts into this barely functional machine. In my younger and more vulnerable days, I bought into the attraction of a corporate ladder, a measured, quantifiable way with which to judge oneself against one's peers. It provided motivation, meaning. Yet my spirit longed for more than just a paycheck. It yearned to reach out and connect with my fellow man. It sought a connection. It sought kin. It sought a familial unit. The corporations claim they are that familial unit, but they treat us like pets. We beg for scraps at the table, and if they are so kind as to drop one, we praise the ground they tread on, while they usher us into the kennels called homes. We attach ourselves to contractually obligated familial units, strangers to whom we share no more connection than the employers seeking to empower themselves by our unions. We bear children out of obligation to our executives who deem a constant workforce. We slave away in the vain hope that someday we too will be like those executives, until the day we die and our process burned and filed away as another tick on a human resources paperwork. We have built ourselves into a cold, unthinking, efficient machine, and in doing so have abandoned all that warmth humanity is capable of. I weep for us all. It's pretty depressing. Sanjar and the betrayer of his truth. I often recall my former friend who once sought to dismantle the corporation, as I still do. When he took ownership of our corporation, I held him in such contempt. I called him a coward, a betrayer. He was becoming the very thing we hated. Now I'm not so sure. Recently I've come to accept that his heart was more closed than mine. I cannot expect every man to be able to open himself to the eternal truth as I have. Some are just not capable. And so it is a tragic thing. Tragic that he is weaker than I'd hoped, that he cannot fight for a cause. I can empathize with tragedy should the day come when the metal of our spirits clash against one another. That empathy will shield me from guilt. Like the board, he now stands across our path, arms crossed, stubbornly resistant to the eternal truth. Like the board, he spreads, nay celebrates, the poison that cripples our society. Like the board, his stubbornness will only blind him to his inevitable fall. Tragic. He's big on his words. So Iconoclast files, so personal thoughts regarding Zora. For someone who is so committed to the Iconoclast way, I fear that Zora is slipping off the true path. More and more often, I fear her attachment to the materialism of our oppressors sways her decisions more than the search for the guiding truth that will save us. You mean like the attachment to things like, I don't know, medicine or food? I know, how petty of her. She often tells me that people are hungry. There we go. I agree. Their spirits long for fulfillment, a much more powerful power than any pang of an empty gut. Teaching notes. Of all the things to motivate a person, I'm finding freedom has been the most powerful. Many of them still remember being slaves to the corporate structure. Recalling those painful memories lights their fire anew. A man from Fallbrook stopped through on his way to Stellar Bay. After thumbing through our pamphlet, he asked me how we can survive without money. I found an appropriate metaphor in gas masks. When clearing a mantis swarm nest, we wear masks to ward off poisonous fumes. Even after the nest is cleared, the fumes may remain for some time. Thus, we wear the masks until we are safe to breathe. Until the very last dregs of our poisonous corporation society are gone, the attachment to bits will remain. Though their use is uncomfortable and though they stifle our spirit just as the masks are ill-fitting and limit our vision, we must persist with them until we can cast them aside. Okay, shifting priorities. As our numbers grow, I find that more and more of our population turns to the written word of my pamphlets. I am happy to continue making them, but I must find a more efficient way to print and distribute this reading material. So that's why he needs them. I wonder if that old printing press might be convinced to run once more. Wouldn't that be something? To return to my duties as editor in a publication, only this time of my own control and not stifled by the rules and regulations of style guides and grammar books. Nobody will tell me where to put a comma. Okay. That's why he rebelled, because somebody was overly editing his work. Wouldn't that be hilarious? So I'll put them where they belong as decreed by the eternal truth. And files on the universe. Oh dear. Influences drift. When I realized the truth of philosophism, I immediately wondered how I can be the first to recognize the poisonous spiral that has shaped our society. Then one day I was talking to, of all people, Huxley. She once lamented that she'd like nothing more than a pet canid. I confess to know very little about animal behavior, as I am much more concerned with the animal that is mankind. But I stressed that I didn't think such a thing was possible. She let it go, but some weeks later, Zora reported the strangest thing. Stories of a marauder with a canid follower. I don't know if it had been cited here or on Terra 2, but I immediately thought of Huxley and her reckless, wild imagination. I wondered if she had told other people and if word had spread of the possibility until it wriggled its way into the mind of marauders somewhere. Probably not, but okay. Ideas are insidious. If even a marauder, mindless husk that it is, can be convinced of an idea, there must be hope for the workers of this colony, poisoned as they are against the eternal truth. If we can shout so loudly that the truth inches its way into the collective consciousness, I am confident it will spread to the rest of the cosmos. Just saying. The suppression of truth. It is very difficult to face the eternal truth, that everything happens for a reason, that life and everything in it is the will of the cosmic consciousness can be a terrifying one. There is an urge among us all to control the parameters of one's life. Yeah. We like to have control over our own destiny. I mean, most people do, I think, whenever possible. This urge is so powerful that it suppresses the eternal truth simply by existing. Mankind has not shed the weight of its own shackles, and so I find that spreading philosophism is unnecessarily difficult. But the universe cannot suppress it forever. Biology changes, creatures adapt and evolve. We overcome our urges for the better of our species. Someday our minds will be born more open to this idea. Until then, I must not abandon hope. Whew.
Quietly now.
That was a lot. I'm standing up now. Let's go find Zora. She is going to be interesting to talk to. She does not seem so pleased, and even her boss, the father, just saying, does not seem too pleased with her either. So the infirmary, right? Here she is. Let's go chit-chat with her.
Sorry about earlier. Graham and I don't always see eye to eye. Besides, we just got our asses kicked in the ruins. Not a great time to yammer on about his printing press.
Yeah, it's a little insensitive. So you run the triage clinic here?
Yeah, name's Zora. I've been patching up the Iconoclasts since day one. Whenever Graham's lack of foresight gets someone hurt, I get them back on their feet. If I can.
So is he the one who keeps sending people out and you're just his mouthpiece? And therefore everybody starts blaming you when it's really him having you go send people out on these crazy missions? Is that right? I feel like that's right. It's probably not. But anyway, do people often get injured here?
You joking? It's Monarch. Can't set foot outside without being attacked by a beast or a marauder.
Yeah. So it does seem wasteful to buy press parts rather than food. Yeah.
Hey, you got some decency in you. Careful. That's rare around these parts, and folks are liable to try and take advantage of it.
I mean, it's not decency, it's just common sense. So what happened in the ruins? I'm gonna do number 3, but I'm waiting till the end, just in case it makes her mad.
A mantiqueen showed up out of nowhere, and I guess the gunfire attracted raptidons. It was a damn bloodbath.
You found a queen that far north? Wish I'd been there.
You and me both, Nyoka. We could have used the help. Listen, unless this is urgent, I need to oversee the wounded.
Talking to me is always urgent. Did you need any help?
You want to do us a favor or two? Go talk to Bronson. He's always looking to pass his work off on someone else. For now, I gotta get to the wounded. Welcome to Amber Heights.
Oh no,
Nice day, huh?
Dang it.
For Monarch, anyway.
For Monarch, anyway. Oh, dang it, I should have done number 3, but... We had a new quest. Let me see if I can figure out which one it is, or was. Don't Bite the Sun? No. Oh, those are companion quests. The Commuter. That was the quest. So the Iconoclasts are due to receive a shipment of vital supplies from Carlotta, a sympathizer that resides in Stellar Bay. I'm sure I've talked to her, but I don't remember. Anyway, this meeting is set to occur at the Bayside Terrace warehouse where we were just at. So we can optionally get high-capacity cartridges and extra supplies from Carlotta for Zora. And I think I will do that because, like, their leader is just on a whole other planet, practically, of reality. You know? Nothing? And she also said to talk to someone else who's always ready to pass off their work. Is that the guy I need to go talk to, I think? Here we go. No, I was trying to deal with a family matter. Tucker, yeah, I think she said it was Tucker I need to talk to. Oh, look, it's Huxley. Hi, Huxley.
Oh, hello. Good to see you again.
No, it was Huxley was the one. I remember. I forget what the name of the girl was we saved in the last video from Marauders. Huxley was the one who was locked away. Like I said, too many people. So you made it back.
Damn right. Ain't nothing in the wilderness can stop me. Except being locked up.
So how are you holding up?
Well, on the way back, I twisted something in my leg, foot area. Where does my foot end and my leg begin? Wherever that is, it hurts. So, no runs for me for a little while. Time to kick back and relax.
So wait, Carlotta, was she the one that we freed in the last video? That would make more sense, because that's the person we're supposed to meet, and she was in MSI uniform. Maybe that's how it was. So your ankle is what you hurt. So how did you hurt your leg?
I did a dumb thing. I was trying to get away from a terror ray. Usually, you can just get a ways from their nest and they'll stop following you. But this one was really persistent. Chased me for, I don't know, forever. Scratched me up black good. I barely got away. Then I tripped over a void damn rock. A rock! Not even a slippery one.
There's your iconoclast theory of chaos in action.
Mister, I don't know what chaos is, but rocks ain't got theories. They're rocks.
So, how long will you be out of commission then?
Till it stops hurting, I guess. Zora says I'll be fine in a month or so.
Without the kicking, I assume.
Huh? Why?
Your leg?
Oh, ha! You're funny.
Apparently I'm funny. Anything else?
Oh, hello.
Okay, that's it. I feel like that conversation was very awkward, mostly because I keep misremembering people. There's just... I need to be better at remembering names and something, but it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Revolutionary, another bar? Hello, Ash.
Never seen you before.
Well, I'm new here. You say it like it's a problem? You're so drunk you're barely sitting up straight. But yeah, you say it like it's a problem.
Not for me. Maybe for you. Come out here looking for some better life, kid?
No. Better life on this shithole moon? Do people actually come here, like, willingly? Maybe not in this particular town, but in general, sure. I'm just passing through. Let's again be somewhat neutral.
Good on you. Make a little money, move on. Don't get killed out there, kid. Nothing on this moon for nobody. Just a lot of heartbreak.
Oh. So what's your story?
It's pretty simple, kid. I sit at the bar, I drink, I mind my own business. That's it.
You're awful armored up for somebody who just drinks. I mean, it looks like you've got very nice kind of like sofa-style cushions inside your armor. It's kind of awesome. So let's see, you say you've been around the whole moon. You must know a few things that no one else does. Let's try there.
The only thing I got to teach is get the fuck off T1. Or whatever they're calling it this week. Anybody with half a brain could tell you that. Look, you want to buy the drinks, I'll do my bit to keep you entertained. Just don't ask me to dance.
Sure, we'll buy him a drink.
I can't repay no kindnesses now. Alright, so, I reckon one of the most interesting places I've been is the hot pole. You know what that is?
I've got no idea.
This moon ain't big enough to rotate. It's locked. One side always facing Olympus, the other always facing away.
Oh.
Olympus might not be a star, but it throws off assloads of heat. Monarch's hot pole is the part that's closest to the gas giant. It's in the middle of this big mountain plateau. Volcanoes so high the peaks are in space.
I feel like that shouldn't be scientifically possible, but I'm not a scientist, so maybe. So if there's no air, how did you survive?
O2 breathers. The heat from Olympus is worse, though. Close your eyes, you can see rays bursting through your eyeballs. Little streaks of light.
Jeez.
The funny thing is, then in the middle there's just smooth rock. Circular-like. All the dust blown away. Pale gray with hair-fine cracks all over. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was lightheaded from the O2. But I felt like I had to take off the breather for a moment, put my ear to the ground.
And?
I wonder now if I imagined it. Trick of the air, the heat. It was at the edge of hearing. Deep down, far off, irregular. Tap, 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 tap. The sound of a bird pecking out of a shell.
Okay. So... yeah, it's a pretty good... So there were beasts inside this planet that doesn't rotate, that only faces the sun, and you were on it and didn't... You know what? It's fine. Well, what does that all mean?
Hell if I know. When there's a groundquake now, I hold my breath. Because I don't know if it's Olympus squeezing us with gravity or wings getting stretched.
Wasn't the tapping that he was doing is that SOS? So maybe there was somebody stuck down there and you just left him? Anyway, heartbreak, what happened to you here?
A great many things. I'll tell you what. You want to listen to an old man ramble? There might be a job in it for you.
Okay.
I used to run with a squad of mercenaries here. Good folk. A fella named Lamont introduced me. Thing is, I ain't seen them in an age. Stands to reason they got themselves ate.
I haven't seen them, so they must have gotten eaten. Mercenaries, what did they do?
Mostly we protect the folk from the beasts here. If it spat, scratched, or stung, we'd kill it for you, so long as you had the bits. We split ways around the time this twice-fucked moon got abandoned. Thing is, I got myself some fond memories. We had some keepsakes of ours we kept in a lockbox, and I've been thinking about seeing it found.
Oh, you want mementos? Yeah, but what if they are still alive? I mean, what if they got off the planet?
I'll be glad for it, but I ain't stupid. This planet tends to get people killed. I just want some closure.
Okay, can't you find them yourself? Oh, yeah, Mementos? Photographs?
Thereabouts.
All right. One lockbox coming right up.
Appreciate it, kid. I'm marking outposts on your map. You spend a lot of time out there. Might be a good place to start. Here's a key for the door.
Okay. So this one, let's get to new. Little Momento. Ash, a grizzled old veteran in the Amber Heights bar, has asked you to track down a keepsake box from his old mercenary unit. I did not expect all of you people to be in here. I expected to find one runaway child. Agitator. Okay, nobody new here. Let's go upstairs and see if there's anyone up there. Ooh, what's back here? Ooh. Is there a door? Oh, there's no door to close. Okay, let's save then.
I'll keep my head down.
Yep. No one's noticed so far. Ooh, what's this? Recipe list. A handwritten list of recipes. One stands out from the rest. Wrapped it on brains. Clean and boil brains, let dry, preferably under a spore tree, season with sugar, AC, nutmeg, and paprika. Boil and filter a ladle of taro blood. Soak brains overnight. Cook 10 to 15 minutes on a low fire. That sounds disgusting. No. Brains? Ugh. Ugh. Is there something on the table? Okay, just bits. Anyone up here I can chat with? Just... Bronson's key. I mean, I can pick the lock and there's nobody here, but let's see if we can do it properly. Save again. I know they said they were running out of ammo and I'm stealing their ammo, but needs must, right? Oh my goodness, this was very much not expected today. Oh! But I want to go touch the lever over there. We'll worry about that later. Iconoclast Rioter. All right, here's the guy that we need to speak to. But I think this is where I'm going to stop for today because I'm pretty much at that time where I like to do so, and these conversations have been quite long, actually. So So on Tuesday, we will pick back up here. We'll go inside and talk to, what is his name? Tucker, I think. I feel like I'm going to get another quest to do and no doubt lots of information. I'm totally excited to hear why he ran away from his mom. Oh, she was so great coming up with all the different variations on how I would have died. That's going to be a hilarious conversation. Whoa, so sorry, Vicar. But anyway, we'll pick up there and see what happens next. So as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again on Tuesday with another new Outer Worlds video.